Hello and welcome to another Fox 411 and Kiss Country Neighborhood News. We are with Alan Christensen here today of something called JT's Last Ride, actually, JT Tummelson. And it started out, I want to say, is this your 12th year now? Is that
Yeah,
right, Alan?
be 12 years.
Yeah. So let's talk about this first of all. Oh, I should remind everybody we are brought to you by CG Public Health, cghealth.com. They're located out the Plaza West Shopping Center, right next door to Hobby Lobby out there. We appreciate them very much. And Jay just decided to join us here now. So here we go. Jay, meet Alan.
Hi,
Alan.
Jay.
Right. We're busy people, I guess, today, aren't we?
We all are. Yes.
Anyway, so Alan, kind of a lot of people do know about JT's Last Ride, but tell us about JT Tummelson in general and why you're doing what you're doing.
Well, basically, I've been friends with the Tumbleson family, and I was friends with JT when he was born. So I've got a long reputation with their family. His father went and helped me build my shop where I'm at right now. So um, when I was drag racing and stuff, I'd take JT with me, and he was a little rambunctious, but we got along really good. So
Yeah.
I've known him all his life.
And now this is the 12th year, as we mentioned, that you're doing this ride. What's the story? What happened? He was in the service, obviously.
Right.
He
JT
was
enlisted in the Navy and
okay.
always said that he wanted to become a Navy SEAL.
Okay.
It took him a few tries and stuff, but he did get in finally. And once he was in, he started getting a good reputation, and he has real hard work ethics and stuff. So he kind of went up the ranks pretty fast.
Mhm.
Um, on the night of August 6th, about 2 o'clock in the morning, they got a call to go and help some Army Rangers that were being pinned down in a fight.
What
Uh,
year was this? What year was this?
2011, August
2011.
6th, 2011. Yep.
Okay.
And basically, they went, and the only thing that they had left because of some of the political problems that were going on, uh, there was no attack helicopters there, so the only way they could go help the Army Rangers was through getting on a Chinook. Um, they went up into a valley that was there, and they had a surface to air missile. The first one missed the chopper. The second one was a direct hit right in the fuel tank. 31 people on that helicopter and a dog, and they basically all perished because of that accident or because of that incident.
Hmm.
It took a while to get JT home and stuff, and when we did finally get him home, we gave him an escort into Rockford uh, with the uh, Patriot Riders. Patriot Guard came in here with it's a motorcycle group that honors
Sure.
fallen veterans.
Mhm.
So anyway, we came in here and did that, and then had the funeral, and then the Navy SEALs had a. They don't mourn death; they celebrate life, and so when he died, I lost a really close friend, a really good friend, but I picked up 79 new friends. So
That's neat.
we got to be pretty close. I'm still in contact with a few of them once in a while. Not like it was, but
Mhm.
my way of remembering JT is to do this. We raise money to give to all the veterans. I'm a member of the Legion Riders in Osage. 278 is the post number. And basically, all the money that we raise on this ride is given away to patriots or to the to veterans, is what it is.
Right.
Every dime of it. So the Legion Riders as a club does not keep anything. Everything is given out to veterans or veteran programs, and we have quite a few that are coming and that we do give money to. We have the Families of the Fallen. They are out of Forest City, Iowa. We have the Salute to the Fallen. They're out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. The Combat Warriors are coming out of Waterloo. There's a Vietnam vet group that's supposedly coming out of Minneapolis. So It's turned out to be a really good thing. The first year that we did it, it was a small group, and it's gained momentum. Last year it rained all day.
Okay.
Our
I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, our participation that day was down quite a ways. This ride will go on, rain or shine, doesn't matter. And it sounds like it's going to be 92, 94 degrees and
Yeah.
very sunny. So it'll be a perfect day to go for a motorcycle ride.
I guess
Uh,
so.
this thing is not limited to just motorcycles. You can bring cars, you can bring anything that you would like as long as you can go down the highway.
Alan, where does this all start at, and where's it going to end at?
It starts at Flying Bull Barbecue, 310 2nd Avenue Northwest in Rockford. Registration starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. We leave Rockford at 9:30. I go to the cemetery and have a little speech about JT, and then we leave there. We will be leaving, go south to Main Street and go out of town. We go down to Green to TJ's bar and restaurant, whatever. We should be there somewhere around 10:30. Then we will be going to Clarksville, Iowa. That will be about 11:30, and that is a dinner stop. Amy at Pete and Shorty's is going to be giving us a meal. We leave there and we go to Cliff's Place in Ionia or in Horton, Iowa. And each one of these stops, except for the dinner stop, is an hour, half-hour stop. The dinner stop is an hour stop.
Okay.
Once we leave Horton, we will go to Ionia, be there for a half hour. We leave Ionia, we go to Charles City. We'll be there for a half hour, and we should be back in Rockford by 4:30. Our meal will be ready about 5 o'clock. We'll be able to eat. I have prints. I have live auction. I have silent auction. I have T-shirts. We have the military apparel. They have military uniforms and stuff that you can purchase from them. They will be here. I try to put as much together and try to grow this as much as I possibly can every year. Without having the Legion Riders help me, it'd be almost impossible for me to do this. So my hands off are to Mike Ross, who's the president, and he has helped a lot. Jeff and Shelley Boozman, they have been with us and helped. My wife has done a tremendous amount of work getting door prizes. I try to make it so that everyone that comes to this ride can get some kind of a door prize. And if they would like to buy things, they can bid on them or purchase them, whatever.
Sure.
With any luck, we'll be out of here by 8 o'clock that night.
Do you remember the very first one? How many people? Because it's growing every year. Do you remember how many were on the first ride?
We had about 38 people the very first year.
Do you know approximately what you're at now?
Well, 2 years ago, when it was a nice day and it was sunny and stuff, that trip went southeast. We had about 240 motorcycles.
Wow.
On that one.
Wow.
Last year we had about 114, and we had 30 some cars last year, but it rained all day. So, but this thing will go on, rain or shine. Doesn't matter. If you're on a bike, fine. If you're on a car, that's fine. I'm just trying to raise money for the awareness of all the veterans that have served this country.
Alan, are there many Navy SEALs that
No.
are?
A lot of people have a misconception that the Navy SEALs is a very, very large and elite group. It is a very elite group and very well trained, but there are under 100 Navy SEALs.
Wow.
Everybody thinks that they're a large group. They are not.
Mm-mm.
They're very, very highly trained. They are a unique bunch of people. You don't know that until you actually meet them, talk with them, understand them, because they are a little hard to understand at times. But they're great people, and their life revolves around protecting us.
Do you get some of those Navy SEALs back for this ride?
In the past, I have. I really don't know. I haven't had any contact with any of them on this one. Uh, Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they call, sometimes they don't. So
Yeah.
it's possible that they could be here. I have not had any contact this year.
Now, did you know that he wanted to be and was a Navy SEAL at the time? Did he
Did I
tell you?
know?
Did JT tell you that he was
Oh,
trying for? Did he?
yeah, I knew, and I knew when he failed trying to get in, and I knew when he got in. And when GT was overseas, I would send him uh, emails, pictures, a lot of things just to make him smile and laugh. And we talked a lot. With the situation he was in, he couldn't tell me where he
Right.
was at, but I had a pretty good idea where he was at and what was going on. So it was just one of those things that we tried to get done. And I contacted him a lot, I guess,
Mhm.
and he would contact me, and sometimes it'd just be a one-word sentence, but uh, we still stayed in contact. And every time it kind of got to be a joke at Christmas time, uh, somehow, some way, and I have no idea how he ever did it. But for the last 8 years before JT's death, at Christmas time, he would always find a way to come home. And my wife and me and my kids, and then George Stumbleson and his wife, and then JT, and they would show up at Christmas time for dinner. So we always set a plate for them, and they always showed up. So um, it was nice to think that they were coming. We never knew if they were, and that's what happens with a lot of these SEALs. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Was he? What did he do in Rockford? I mean, you guys obviously grew up in Rockford, is that right?
Yeah,
Or
he grew up in Rockford, graduated from high school here,
okay,
and then enlisted almost
enlisted
immediately.
right away. Wow. And then he could come home whenever he tried, whenever he could.
I don't really know exactly how they manage to do what they do, but they have a lot of pull.
Right.
They
How
can they can go places.
how old would he be today?
Well, let's say 35 would be 45, 47. He'd be 47 years old right now. Well,
Wow.
yeah, 47 years old right now.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow.
Yep.
Well, this is great that you guys do this. Extortion 17, was that the name of the I guess
That was the mission.
the
Basically,
mission. Yeah.
the two Chinooks that were sent out, one was Extortion 16 and one was Extortion 17. The SEALs, there was other personnel on 16, but 17 is the one that got shot down, and it's the one that was the most heavily loaded with the most SEALs on it, or the SEALs on it. So
Yeah. Well, it's August 19th. It's happening this Saturday. It's a 50-50 in poker run, $20 per bike, and you still can take more. There's no, you don't have to, get in before we can't, because I don't know when you call this. I mean, it's
right.
like if you have 300 riders, awesome. 400, whatever.
Yep.
Take
Dave Rottinghouse has given me a print every year that we've had this ride, and I get
Okay.
that framed, and I have some other prints that I have framed, auction them off. The public has been pretty generous, giving us a lot of things that we've gotten, and I'm just grateful that everybody remembers JT. This ride's not about JT, period. It is about the veterans that have served
Veterans,
this
right.
country. So
Yeah, that's great.
And people can register the day of too, right?
right. Next year, I'll probably do it as a pre-registration, and I'll also have a site where you can make donations to it. I just have not been able to do that. No time has allowed me to do that, trying to run a business.
Sure.
You should tell the people that are listening to this as opposed to watching this. There is a Facebook event page called Remembering JT's Last Ride. You can look that up. You can call Alan, of course, for any information, 641 420 3817. That's 641 420 3817. I'm sure your phone goes a little crazy here this week.
Sometimes,
You have to get ready for
and
it.
that's okay because that's what I'm trying to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, come on out. Sounds like a lot of fun for a great cause. We've interviewed the families of the fallen organization before,
Yep.
Jay and I both have, and
They're
it's
a
just
very good
incredible.
group
Yeah.
of individuals.
You
Mhm.
betcha. You betcha. So it's good that they're all going to be part of here as well. So a big slate of events that are basically the things that are going on, and besides the ride itself, as you mentioned, some raffles, even a gun raffle, I guess, huh?
Yep.
Wow. So a little bit of everything here. So get there. Kickstands up at 9:30, I guess. So you probably, if you're not pre-registering, you're probably showing up at what, 9 o'clock, probably.
I would try to get everybody there somewhere between 8 and 9 o'clock, so we're kind
Okay.
of halfway organized by 9:30. But we will leave at 9:30 sharp. And like I say, we will have this rain or shine.
Right.
Way I look at it, when the Navy SEALs were called to go do a mission, if it was raining, they couldn't say, "Sorry, it's raining. Let's not go. We'll do it tomorrow." They couldn't do that, and I'm not going to do it either. So
Yeah. Who leads this thing? And how do do you do a,
You got
I know you go
escort.
through the cemetery, but yeah, do you have kind of an escort thing that leads this whole thing?
I've contacted the Highway Patrol. I've contacted all the sheriff's departments. We will go through Floyd, Butler, and Chickasaw counties.
Mm-hmm.
I've contacted all the law enforcement in there. We try to follow all the rules and regulations and laws that there are, and just have a good, safe ride. And but it's quite to see that many motorcycles in a group is quite a humbling experience, I guess I would say. You don't see groups that large very often, but when you do, most of them are for a very good cause, and that's why they're out there. So we try to do it as safely as we can, but we're trying to prove a point too.
All right. Alan, thanks so much for
Yes, Alan. Thank you.
and
Thank you.
appreciate what you're doing. And I hope everybody that has time, or, and like you said, Alan, you don't even need a bike, as long as you can do this with vehicles. And I'm sure you do, because people get a little passionate about all this stuff,
Right.
And so bring your whatever can get you from town to town, from place to place, and keep up. Right. So, Jay, no tricycle.
Right. Yeah.
If you got a motor on it, it'd probably work. I don't think you could pedal a tricycle fast.
Electric bike, maybe, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Alan, thank you so much. This has been the Fox 4111 and also Kiss Country Neighborhood News. And it's all brought to you by CG Public Health, cghealth.com.